You got little niggas out here really doing shit just so they can go and fucking put it on the record. That's the dumbest shit I ever fucking heard. You got little niggas that will go and do some wild shit just to put that shit on the fucking record. I'm somebody's father first and foremost. I don't want to hear that bitch ass shit. I don't want to hear none of that whole ass shit. You know what I'm saying? You backdooring, you doing this, you doing that. I don't want to hear nothing about that's the environment they come from. I don't want to hear none of that bitch ass shit. Everybody's got choices.
We're back, we back. Welcome to another episode of High Vibrations Only. I am your host, Licious. This is a place where we're all about inspiration, motivation, and elevation. We want to make you feel good, make you feel like you could take on the world, because guess what, baby? You could take on the world. I have special guests in the building today. You know what I'm saying? This is family. This is close to the heart. You know what I mean? I have my brother. You know him. You sit. Don't play with me. You know what's going on. You seen him. He out here. I'm talking about Dyson Alexander. Yes, and he is here with his daddy and manager. I call him the dadager. Frankie D in the building, y'all.
My man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here, man.
What's up? You said what was that?
I'm excited to be here. I appreciate you for having us.
Welcome to the show, man. First of all,
I ain't gonna lie, these cameras already fucking me up.
You know, listen, here's the thing.
My bad, son.
I want to kick up the show with, like, gratitude. You know, you were one of the first ones. I've always said that just from the first time that we met, it was just a natural vibe and connection, like, out the gate. You've been a very strong supporter of everything that I have going on. You spent your money with me. You've invested in everything that I've got going on. And
dope, bro.
I'm big on giving people their flowers while they can still smell it. And I'm saying this in front of this camera, from the whole world, from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. Appreciate everything you've done. And even always checking on, make sure I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I want to say thank you so much. Thank you.
My man. I tell you, these cameras fucking me up, bro. Thank you, bro.
Now that we got it out the way, we're going to jump right in. We're going to talk about you.
Okay.
Dyson. But Pops, you know, you was in the musical group yourself back in the day. What's up with that?
Facts.
I don't really want to take away from, you know, his shine, but I've been doing this music shit a long time. And especially in the DMV, you know, and being in the DMV is all politics. I really just feel fortunate enough that I've had the experiences that I've had. To be able to help him navigate these rooms and these spaces. Cause it just be a bunch of dumb shit. All the fucking time. It's always just some dumb ass shit in the DMV. And one of the things that we really pride ourselves on, and one thing that I always prided myself on when I was in the artist space, was just always trying to focus on making the best music. You know.
So what have happened to the group? Like, how did they just went your individual ways? You
know, interestingly enough, my group was the Co-op. It's myself, my cousin D-Day, and my homeboy D-Con. Around the time Dyson started to move a little heavier in the music, collectively as a group, we weren't as mature as we needed to be as a unit. And you know, I just had to have a hard conversation. It was like, hey, y'all see I'm moving around with Young and he doing his thing. He on the radio, all this shit. I mean, everything that started happening for him just, the shit just kind of happened. And it was like, hey, if y'all really still dedicated to this, I can swing both. I can still do this group shit. But he's my focus. And I need to know unequivocally that y'all are locked in. And that conversation, like, I never got a definitive answer. So sometimes no answer is your answer. And that's just how I took it. And it was like, all right, we rocking.
Okay.
That's what's interestingly enough, shout out to the fellas. We did recently get back in the studio.
Okay.
You know, people need some grown man shit out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we getting ready to come back and do a little something.
Okay.
We got some unfinished business.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know, it's good that the energy is positive, is right. It's always good. You know, I want to go back to the beginning. You told this story. I mean, you told it to me, but you know, I want you to share with the world as well. The exact moment that you realized that he had it in him. Remember, you said you guys were in the car.
Yeah, it was the first hook, actually. The first record.
Yeah.
I think I was picking him up from football practice.
Okay.
And he was, you know, they coming off the field, you know, little youngins like 10, 11 years old, and they bullshitting around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, halfway out the car, I'm like, hey, nigga, hurry up. I'm trying to get to the liquor store before it closed.
Yeah.
Because practice was running a little late.
Yeah.
And this nigga just started saying, we popping bottles, we pop them in the parking lot. We popping bottles, we pop them in the parking lot. I was like, what the fuck? And interestingly enough, it was on cadence to a beat.
Wow.
That I was sitting on. Actually, it was a co-op beat.
Yeah.
So I got a partner of mine in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We still airtight, my man, producer Crazy.
Yeah.
He's originally New York City fan.
Yeah.
But he moved to Atlanta over the last few years, and we had been sitting on this beat, and I just didn't know what the fuck to do with it.
Right.
Took him to the stew to drop that little shit he was doing.
Yeah.
When I picked him up from practice.
Yeah.
And it ended up being a song about you know, sports drinks, Powerade, Gatorade, that type of shit.
Yeah.
And you know, it was like a football song. It was cute, but it was like an actual fucking song.
Yeah.
Formatted perfectly, had a song structure, all that shit.
Yeah.
And we sat on the record for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Literally, like, we didn't go do shit else. It was that one song, and we sat on it for like 2 years.
Man, you remember that moment, Dyson?
Vividly.
You do?
Vividly.
Yeah.
Vividly.
Yeah. So that was when he realized that you had something. When did you realize that this was something that you wanted to do?
Shit. Damn. It's taking me back. Shoot. After that, it was like, you know, it was cool. You know, I had a song, you know, being played on radio. But, you know, around that time, I wanted to just prove that I could rap. And I just wanted to prove to people like I can actually rap. But then once, you know, it was like, well, all right, once I did that, it's like, all right, well, yeah, I could rap. I felt like anybody could rap, but like, you know, it was like taking that next step. Like, can you make songs for real? That's what I really wanted to focus on, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, anybody can rap their ass off, but that shit only gonna get you so far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you can't make no songs, like, you ain't making no money for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'll just be doing a bunch of ciphers and freestyling the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So when I started to transition into making actual songs and focusing on that, you know, giving people shit they want to hear, that's when I was like, yeah, that's when I knew, like, I always knew, you know what I'm saying, I have it or I could get it, but then, like, I knew I really, like, had it.
Do you remember, and this is for either one of you guys, like your first big song, that first big song or feature? Do you remember what that one was?
Yeah, Tap My Phone. That was my first, like, big jump.
Wait, Tap My Phone. That was like 5 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
It was 5 years ago.
It's crazy.
Right.
But yeah, shit, it's probably, damn, sheesh.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
yeah,
might be 6.
about 5, 6, you know,
Yeah.
right, right.
But yeah, that was my first like big jump.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, being in high school.
Yeah.
I just remember, when I recorded it, actually, I was in Atlanta, and where we were staying at, the crib we were staying at, I was just in there making a bunch of videos, just posting to my Instagram.
Wow.
And you know, came back home and everybody was fucking with it. And I hadn't even shot a video for it at the time. It was just like the streams was going crazy.
Yeah.
And then
You just made me think about some shit too.
Yeah.
We was actually on the road when we left, like right after he recorded the shit. We was on the way home, and I remember sending the record, like I'm in the car, and I send the shit to Gifted Son. I don't know what the fuck happened, but Gifted got it to somebody. It went some motherfucking way, and it was on the radio by the time we even got back to the DMV. Like, we literally on the road. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What was that feeling like? I'm sure you was on cloud 10.
Back then, what you call it? My generation, unfortunately, we don't really, pay attention to radio as much. But back then, it was a different time. It wasn't a bunch of, Apple Music and, Spotify's and all that. So then, it was really, a special moment for real.
Yeah.
Then again, it was just like, it started to become normal because, first song I ever dropped, touch radio. So it's just like, it was more of a, like, what's next?
Yeah.
So like,
yeah. Do you really think that, radio for an artist who wants to break in, do you think that radio is the best route to go?
I feel like it depends on the artist.
Okay.
Honestly, like for me, it worked, but everybody has a different, different paths and things like that. So I feel like it just depends on the artist.
Yeah. What you think, Pops?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. We've been fortunate enough, to his point. The DSPs, they've been around, but it wasn't. When he started this shit, it wasn't so much of a focus on, your numbers on the DSPs and how many streams and how many that, I feel like he's a unicorn in the sense that he was able to bridge the gap between how the business used to be run traditionally and kind of where the focus is now.
Yeah.
I'm never going to say radio is dead because it's absolutely not.
Right.
You still got people in their cars going to work every day.
Yeah.
You got mothers going to work, dropping kids off at school, going to work, picking up groceries. When they get in the car, they turn their radio on.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't clamoring for the aux cord. There's still people that's actively tuned in the radio.
Yeah. And not everybody got aux cord.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah. I forgot to do something, and we always do this at the start of the show.
Okay.
We're gonna do it right here.
Okay.
It's a toast. We got the drinks out.
I ain't gonna lie, cause I was like, when can we drink this shit?
Yes. So go grab a glass. Go grab a glass. Go ahead.
Actually, I'm tripping. Let me get some water first.
Okay, cool. There you go.
Cause I've been bullshitting. Thank you, bro.
Yeah. But we're gonna do this toast.
I'm gonna toast with the water. That's cool.
You gonna toast with the water?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's a toast to life. To more life, more health, more wealth. Amen.
Yes, sir. Amen. God damn, that's some good ass water. Shit. I ain't lying, bro.
I'm doing a little fast. I'm telling everybody right now, I'm doing a little fast from liquor.
I probably need to do
like
that.
over a month.
I need to after last night.
Yeah. What happened last night?
Fucking with this nigga, man.
What was y'all last night?
Everywhere.
Yeah?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. It was some DTLR had an invite only event for Fathom last night. And then shout out to Fathom. We go after that. Oh, after that we was at went to go fuck with Studio Compound.
Okay.
Shout out to the homie Rab.
Yeah.
They had some going on there, some special shit brewing.
Yeah.
Going on in the DMV. I love it. And then after that we pulled up the Felt Lounge, MGM, last night, and
I know Felt.
Yeah, the shots. It was a little fucking weird. Shout out to Schemes.
Yeah.
It was.
That's what's up.
It's an interesting
I remember
night.
when we used to, me and Gemini, no, not Gemini, 5'9".
Okay.
Back when we was doing some type of way show for KYS. I remember we recorded an episode over there. Felt
Shout
it
out
was
Five.
nice. It was a vibe. I want to get into, but there was something you said, and Dyson, I want you to chime into this as well.
Okay.
There was something you said that had me thinking. You put up a post one time you were talking about Stevie Wonder. You were talking about Stevie Wonder getting signed at such an early age.
Yeah.
And your point being, back in the day, they weren't looking at what's your streaming numbers, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Facts.
And you were speaking in reference to how it is a numbers game, but is it always a numbers game? And I want you to speak to that, because that was something that I know me and you've touched on this a couple of times.
You know, the term unicorn, I don't like to, use it too loosely.
Yeah.
Stevie was that in a sense of talent.
Yeah.
But also how the industry, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, marketed his disability.
I don't think he's blind for real.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna say or perceived disability, because I ain't gonna lie, man.
I've seen that too.
I think Stevie be bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I love Stevie. Stevie's actually, in my mind, Stevie Wonder is probably the official king of R&B.
Yeah.
But back then it wasn't a numbers game as much.
Okay.
Because it was all physical distribution. It was all tangible, some shit you really could see and touch.
Yeah.
And to Berry Gordy's credit, what they did during that time in marketing, building up artists, how they moved their entire roster around.
Yeah.
They had niggas on buses.
Yeah.
Like, you got like 10 or 15 acts under the label.
Yeah.
Everybody's on buses and they going on tour.
Yeah.
Can't nobody go to no fucking apparatus and pull up and look to see how many people in Chicago is listening.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have those mechanisms.
Yeah.
But what they could do was they could pull up on that tour bus, get to the venue, and literally count them asses in seats.
Yeah.
That's the motherfucking metric.
Yeah.
The asses in seats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know we get into the whole men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Yeah.
Numbers don't necessarily lie. However, you do have people that will manipulate the numbers for nefarious purposes.
Got it.
Meaning, when you can't necessarily meet the mark with this particular metric,
Yeah.
then you want to figure, oh shit, I ain't gonna hit it right here. Well, let me see how I can take this data and fuck with it a little bit.
Yeah.
And paint another picture to the story.
Yeah.
And that's the bullshit.
Yeah.
Because then even when you're thinking about the streams,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about 1 billion streams on nothing. For real. Right. Because what a motherfucker pay in studio time and production and, cover art and all that shit, them fractions of a fraction of a fraction of a penny, that shit don't really add up to nothing, especially when you got to split that shit amongst so many hands and with the bigger conglomerate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I love what we're doing and how we've been able to move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like what we're doing and how we've been able to move authentically in the long run is going to help his career.
Okay. We're going to segue into something else that I want to touch on. Go ahead. Something that we're going to touch on, and that is this whole we've talked about this offline too, independent versus being signed. Dyson, how you feel about it? Would you sign right now to a major record label? Why or why not?
I would for a big advance, a lucrative advance.
Okay.
Yeah, only because doing it independently, moving around.
You got to speak up.
Oh shit! But doing it independently, moving around, that shit costs. You feel me?
Okay.
So I'd rather use their money. You feel me? I don't give a fuck the recruit. I know, you feel me?
Yeah.
Real, you know what I'm saying? If you know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You know how to utilize and know where to put the money, you're going to be straight. I feel like that's what it's all about for real. Yeah. But yeah, I'm at the point for sure. I definitely sign to a major label if the terms is right.
Yeah. Pops, so. what you think? I know me and you go back and forth all day about, the whole independent situation and versus.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We can really. I'm with him.
Okay. But
I can also take it or leave it.
Okay.
Because one thing we always gonna do is work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, the work overrules everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you continuously put in the work,
yeah,
you gonna be straight.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We can go either way, but I feel him. I would prefer that we use another motherfucker's money sometime. But either way, man. Either way, he's already who he is.
Yeah.
And it's only going to do what it's doing right now and what it has done, which is continue to grow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. I respect that. I can see that. I was listening and I text your dad as soon as he sent me the song. Because as soon as he sent it.
Oh, shit.
I had it because I said, let me get in the car. Because you know what I'm saying? Because I want that whole surround system, surround sound.
You need that.
We're gonna talk about a bunch of songs. I just told you I went back and I was listening to Backbone. Was listening to Way Back and everything, but it's a new. Can we talk about Long Time? Is that okay? Can we talk about it?
Long time.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Can we? Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Okay, because I know that's a song that you were on with King.
Shout out King Conja.
King Conja, how that came together. And
I fuck with bruh. He dope as fuck. He been dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jason Hughes.
How did that whole situation come together?
Shoot, we was in the studio one night. It was me, my dad, Jason Hughes, his artist, Big Ree.
Yeah.
Marcus Canty and
he was on there too.
And King Conja. We all just pulled up, and it was this track that actually my father had played, and we all just like as soon as we heard it, like we all.
That was your track?
No, it wasn't his track, but like he had, you know what I'm saying? He had purchased, the track.
Okay.
He had everything like that. But as soon as he played the record, everybody in there. And it was a collaborative effort, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I knew what that bitch was gonna be. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
And it was funny.
Yeah.
Cause he right. We was all at we was at Vault and we was upstairs.
Yeah.
We almost very seldom do we record upstairs.
Yeah.
And they had just finished doing another record, I think.
Yeah.
And then I was about to make a little store run.
Yeah.
And Jason was like, "Hey Frankie, didn't you say you had something?" And I was like, "Oh shit." So I airdropped it.
Yeah.
I airdropped it to Jake. Dropped that motherfucker. As soon as I pressed play, I walked out of the room.
Wow.
Came back. That's what they had.
Yeah, that's tight, man. Like the whole, I like the whole vibe, of course, the whole Afrobeats vibe and all. Is that something that you see yourself doing more now? Are you gonna be tapping into that more, Dyson? Because
I would like to.
Okay.
I would like to.
Yeah.
For me, music is just basically whatever I'm feeling that day at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Some days, you know what I'm saying, I might go to the studio. I might not even know what I'm feeling for real.
Yeah.
I'm just like put up a beat and then see where we go from there. But 9 times out of 10, if I go in the studio, it's because I got some shit I want to say or like get off my chest and things like that. So it really all just depends for real.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was just talking offline about the EP coming out, and I went back and I listened to Way Back, which came out, I think Way Back you dropped that like January, I think, something like that this year.
Yeah,
and then
it was kid,
Backbone, the Backbone. That Backbone was November.
Backbone, it was November, and then the remix.
Yeah. And I remember asking your dad, I'm like, well, is y'all dropping? Is the EP coming? Like, what's going on? And then
I think we was on the phone talking about some other shit.
Right. And I was like, I just see Dyson dropping stuff. Like, what is the EP coming? Yeah. And then bam, he hit me with the little graphic. And talk about the EP, man, because I want you to talk about it, because when I saw it, I sent him the emoji, like, so yeah, man, what's up with that EP?
That EP, that joint right there, I'm excited. I don't really get excited about too much. You know what I'm saying? I just you know keep a level head, stay grounded. But I'm really excited about this EP. Yeah. Especially because I've never really dropped a body of work. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And the songs that's on there, like I've never just, you know, felt better and more comfortable about, you know, just going in the studio and knocking out records. Yeah. Knowing that, you know, whatever I come out with is gonna be some shit that I would expect my peers, you know what I'm saying, would like to hear. So yeah, so the EP is called 4. There's 4 songs on there, plus a bonus track. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm just ready for that jump to just go. To just go. You know, it's some more shit, you know what I'm saying, that we gotta do, take care of. But I'm really excited about that. Yeah. Right.
Would you say that?
Plus, like, my bad, but
no, you good, you good.
Plus, like, you know, I feel like, you know, being from here, you know, the market is wide open. Yeah. You know? We do things differently over here. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I can say about that. But we do things very differently over here.
I was listening to a song. I was trying to compare way back to Backbone. Trying to see if I can find a parallel, something similar that I can say this is a Dyson sound.
Oh yeah.
And
you couldn't.
That's what I'm saying. This came up. I was like, do he have a sound? What is his sound? Like, you know what I mean? And I wanted to pose that question because I like, would you say that that you have a sound?
Nah, right. I wouldn't. I would just say, you know, I make great music. Yeah. That's it. There's no, you know, I'm very versatile, you know. You'll listen. Yeah.
Fuck that.
You listen to
He's Dyson and he makes Dyson records.
Yes.
I mean, he basically just said what I just said. Yeah. But you know, it's really just versatility. You'll listen to Backbone and then, you know what I'm saying, you'll listen to Way Back and be like, you would think that's a whole nother artist. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. I like it like that.
Yeah. And you know, let me ask you this, Frankie, like, do you think there's such a thing as a DMV sound?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So, all the old motherfuckers, like, probably around my age, you know, I'm gonna say maybe 30s and up. Yeah. They want DC, they want every motherfucking thing to sound like go-go. And it hasn't happened yet. Okay. Consistently. Because everybody doesn't have the appropriate skill set to commercialize go-go for the masses.
Got it.
There are a few producers in the area specifically that have that skill set. Tone P, obviously. Mark Henry. Okay. Mark's dope as fuck, too. Drew Keys. Okay. Those 3 immediately come to mind when I think about go-go and those that know how to appropriately commercialize the sound. Yeah. That being said, the new niggas, like, you know, his generation. Yeah. It's that that Shabazz, Q the Fool, Gunu, that type of shit. That doesn't it don't work for everybody, but it has kind of become the sound of the young niggas, of the new niggas. I ain't mad at it. Everybody gonna do what they gonna do. I love those flows to a certain extent. However, ain't been too many motherfuckers to really make commercial songs successfully using that DMV, quote unquote DMV flow, which is how it's recognized now. And it all goes back to that other thing that we always talk about. Regardless of what's the DMV sound, niggas always complaining about support or lack thereof.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, make some motherfucking records first.
I'm glad
make
you
some
brought that
real
up.
records first.
I'm glad you brought that up because I had a Quicksilver. Shouts out Quick.
Shout out Quick.
On my live show.
I owe Quicksilver a lot. 2-3
years ago, I think it was. And I asked him this question. I'm glad you brought that up. The whole crab in a barrel mentality. You know, is that a real thing?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what Quick said, but I'm gonna just say it's not.
What do you think? He like, wait a minute. Dyson, what you think?
You know, these, subjects can be sensitive to, a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think there's a crab in a barrel mentality in the DMV? Okay. And you don't think
only so few of us make it out, you know what I'm saying? That's just real. That's what it is.
So you're saying if there's more support, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole landscape will be bigger than it is.
I mean, I don't have the answers, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We still trying to figure it out all together for real. But yeah, I'd definitely say, definitely
Okay.
we all have that mentality because at the end of the day, everybody's trying to get to where they're trying to get to.
Yeah.
But we could easily sit here and be like, oh, well, we look at these other cities and like Atlanta or wherever else, and they bring each other up, they support one another, woo-de woo, but like, that's not even. It still hasn't been proven here. We be having the same conversations for like how long?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm 22.
Yeah.
I've been hearing this shit since I was 13.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. What you think? You said no.
I say no only because my philosophy on the crabs in a barrel line has evolved over time.
Okay.
So I've personally recognized the crabs in the barrel as the niggas that don't really do what the fuck they supposed to.
Okay.
And it's a few different things. The first and most important thing is the music. If you ain't got no records, you should be quiet. That's first off.
Okay.
About support or any motherfucking thing. I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah. The next thing is for those that either have records or have the potential or have some records that got some potential. I don't really see niggas outside tapping in with the DJs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because everybody's so in fucking love with the internet. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got this shit in their mind that I'm going to do some shit, I'm going to post it on my Instagram, and it's going to go fucking crazy, and I'm out of here.
It don't work like that.
It don't fucking work like that. It just don't. You know what I'm saying? It's some bullshit. Ain't no other way to say it. It's some bullshit. Case in point. IDK and Nucci.
Yeah.
That whole thing. I love just reading the comments because I like to just stay aware of what's going on in the area. You look on some of the blogs, you know what I'm saying, the blogs in the area. Shout out to Hoods and News, shout out DC Artists, shout out DMV Daily. Shout out DJ Benji, Key Crank. That comment section with that whole Nucci IDK shit was full of a bunch of artists. Some of them talking about, who the fuck is IDK? I don't know that nigga. Who the fuck is Nucci? I don't know that nigga.
Oh, wow.
Who the fuck is you, nigga? You are artist. You are artist in these comments and have the black ass, whatever ass audacity to be like, who is this? Who is that nigga? And y'all artists, because like I'm going through when I read the comments and I like to go to a nigga profile and see what's what. And I'm going to niggas profile and I'm immediately listening to their music.
Yeah.
You niggas should shut the fuck up.
Right.
Point blank. Right. Point blank.
Okay.
If you ain't got no records, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
If you're not outside moving around, tapping into the appropriate people, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know that's right.
I know he don't really, but that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And to his credit, to our credit, we tap in with niggas that's working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this whole, the other shit has got to stop. Ain't nobody working together. Niggas ain't united. That's some bullshit. The motherfuckers that's really making moves are tapped in with one another and are collaborating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hella motherfuckers here that's putting in work, that's got some dope records.
Yeah.
Just really doing it and moving in a certain way.
Yeah.
What I will say is, ain't too many motherfuckers moving like us.
Okay. I respect that. We're gonna dive a little bit into your process and everything. But Dyson, I gotta talk about hard to choose, man. Because you was psyched about that. I mean, let me tell you something. When I saw he said, I cannot believe I got my own reality TV show. I mean, that is hot. Now, first of all,
hey, I'm sorry. Is there a protocol? Because I just grabbed the guy.
No, you good?
We
good. Yeah. Listen, free flowing. That's how it's supposed to be. But let me ask you this, bro, because a lot of people gonna be saying, man, he 22, 23. Like, he talking about he trying to find something. How did that? What made you say, you know what, this is the move? And is you trying to find someone for real though? Like,
yeah, because like, you know, my generation, we're just like ass. Like, we're just horrible.
Yeah.
Like, top to bottom.
Now, wait a minute. You talking about men or women? What are you talking about? Both?
Like both.
Okay.
From my experience, you know, it would be women, but like, you know, we not perfect. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I'll say both, but, you know, I'm just at the point, you know, tired of, you know, going through the same cycles.
Yeah.
Little on again, off again situations, you know what I'm saying? Shit that's not getting nowhere. Like, that shit, you know, that shit annoying. And like, I'm really a lover boy at heart. Like, you know, like a lot of my friends that know me or, you know what I'm saying, be with me on the regular, like, you know what I'm saying? They'll probably say like, oh yeah, like, they probably think I ain't shit.
Yeah.
But like, I know me and I'm just like, bro, I'm over, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, these little, you know, one-offs and all that shit. Like, that shit, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? While it lasted, mind you. You know what I'm saying? Doing, you know, being in this music shit for so long.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I was forced to grow up faster than most. So, you know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Been through a lot of shit. So, I was just to the point where I was like, man, I'm about to head today and go find some love. And then, you know, some people say like it's crazy because I was looking at the comments and shit. Some people was like, you know, like, oh, you know, you gotta watch out in the A. You ain't gonna find no love in the A, bro. Like, I'm just like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? You never know where you find love at. But the fucked up part about it is, I ain't gonna lie, like, the fucked up part about meeting somebody new is that you don't know, like, you might not know their like, you might not have a drop, like, you know what I'm saying, like the 411 on somebody, you feel me? Like they background history, you know what I'm saying, all that. So it's like, I be thinking, I'm like, damn, I could, you know what I'm saying, potentially be you know, fucking with a hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But I don't know that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's the, you know what I'm saying? That's the fucked up part about, you know what I'm saying, meeting somebody new, you know what I'm saying?
That's the reality of that shit.
And it's like, so.
But like, I want to talk about how the whole thing came together. But why Atlanta though? Somebody say, why you go to Atlanta to find love? Like, what you mean? Ain't no good woman out in the DMV? What's up?
You know, just, you know, doing music, I've always been, you know, back and forth from, you know what I'm saying, here in Atlanta. So I was just like, well, shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I was like, you know what I'm saying, I could do it in the DMV, but if I don't know everybody, you know what I'm saying, I know somebody that knows somebody. So, you know, it's just like, bro, I ain't finding no love out here. So, like, you feel me? Like,
so, you know, we was just talking about reality TV in the previous episode, and I'm like, I want to see Dyson. Like, I want to see who he gonna end up with on this show. I want to see if they were gonna be together for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna be one of them TV joints. Like, this is actually your boo.
Like, nah, for real. Like,
and Pops you with that. How you feel about that?
So this is my disclaimer.
Okay.
Initially, I had some apprehension.
Okay.
The idea was actually brought to us maybe, probably about 4 years ago. 22, about 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
A lot of shit changes in 3 or 4 years for a young man. You know, I was 22 once, and I was 22 having my very first son. You know what I'm saying? My apprehension was just rooted in wanting to make sure that this show was as authentic as possible.
Okay.
Like real fucking reality. Cause you know, some of this shit, a lot of this shit, you know, they say unscripted, blah, blah, blah.
But it is scripted.
Yeah, that shit is, you know, just cause you don't fucking write it down, if it's a fuck producer in the background, nigga telling you to do this, do that, little shit like that, like nigga it's scripted. I wasn't involved a lot in the filming.
Okay.
And actually my our partners over We at Work, shout out to Punchy and the team.
Shouts out Punchy. Good man.
Yeah.
Big home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my dog. We and shout out to SME, Veracity Savant, because we wouldn't have had the relationship with Punchy if it wasn't for Veracity. You know, so we were kind of moving. Yeah, we were kind of moving the way we move, just authentically doing what we do. And just through that relationship, she had some things that she was doing, and we were collaborating on some stuff. And at the time, Punchy had, you know, kind of came into the fold.
Yeah.
And it was interesting just how we naturally, he, Dyson, and myself, just, the working relationship was just automatic. You know what I'm saying? To that point, Punchy was with him for the most part. And then I think I came down maybe a few weeks before they were about to wrap up. Because I'm a daddy first.
Yeah.
So, you know.
We're going to talk about that too.
Yeah, I got to stick my head in and see what the fuck going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure, you know, make sure my man ain't looking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. In a good way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got the daddy stamp. I mean, when I was watching the video, I'm like, this dude is so he's so excited about the show. Like he's looking forward to it. And
Must see TV?
It's an Oregon. I'm saying that an Oregon TV.
Origin
TV.
Yeah.
Right. So, and we can watch it right now, actually.
So
we need to subscribe to watch it. So you have to subscribe, guys. We're gonna it's on Origin TV, and that's ORGN. We're just gonna put it on the screen. Check it out.
Shout out to Origin. That entire team over there is first class.
Yeah. Now you know what is your process? Because I look at you and how you move and how you flow, and I just wonder like. Do you write songs around mostly what you've dealt with or things that you've observed that you see in the world? You know how a lot of people write from just personal experiences. Some people write from things that didn't necessarily happen to them, but happened to other people. You know what I mean? What is your process?
It's a little bit of both, but the majority of it would be, you know, my own personal experiences. But the reason being, though, you know, me being so young, I'm not, you know, I know I'm not the only one. You know, it's probably a million of me's, you know, that done been through or go through the same shit, whether, you know, it's life, you know, women, relationships in general, like whatever. So, you know, that's why I, you know what I'm saying, really just hone in on, you know, speaking my truth at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I was always, you know, when I chose, you know what I'm saying, from the very moment I chose, you know, this is what I wanted to do, I was never going to be one of them that rapped about anything I ain't never did before. Okay. You know what I'm saying? A life that I don't live. Yeah. I was never going to be one of them. Yeah. So, you know, I just always stayed true to myself.
Yeah. How do you feel about, do you think it's something, and both of y'all could chime in on this. Do you think it's something that some rappers, for lack of a better term, it's like you gotta play the field or you gotta play the game, right? What I mean is you have rappers who, quite honestly, straight out just lying.
Yeah, who ain't
on
really,
these tracks, on these records. You know what I mean?
I think, you know what I'm saying, they're, you know, kudos to them, they're risk takers. You know what I'm saying? I guess they got some, you know what I'm saying, big cojones that I don't got.
Yeah.
Because I'm never going to jump out there and, you know what I'm saying, rap about some shit that I don't do. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, to each his own. What works for them, you know what I'm saying? What don't work for me may work for them. So if it works, then, you know, it works. Like, even, you know, prime example, even Tupac, niggas, you know what I'm saying, get it fucked up. Tupac was never no gangster. You know what I'm saying? His mother was a Black Panther, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, he was just able to really sell that image, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I would just say, you know, I feel like it just...
I mean, stick them up, though.
Asking for it. Asking for it.
You wouldn't think that you're saying he was not a gangster. When I listen,
when you come with some shit like
heard
that,
stick
right?
him up, right? It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and this is a thing that I think about sometimes, like, we're at a point where some people feel like their reality is not enough. That and I want you to speak to that. Like, they have to maybe sell an image or sell something. I don't know. Like, whereas, like, you got Bama's out here just straight. I'm like, that you ain't even, like, what are you talking about?
Facts.
That's not you.
Facts.
You know, so moving around with him as a young nigga from such an early age and seeing how the music and artists overall have transitioned. It's not that we've never not had young artists. We've never had such a heavy influx of young artists.
Okay.
And if I'm being honest, from a DMV standpoint, you know, like I say, he recorded his first song at 10, 11 years old. We sat on that bitch for 2 years doing nothing until DJ Storm, who was on PGC at the time, heard the record and went fucking crazy and played it the very next night on a live broadcast. And we've been going ever since. I say that to say, in watching the transition of music in the DMV, it was some other little niggas, young niggas doing shit, but it wasn't a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of the first coming out of here to be on a path to success as a young artist.
Yeah.
And as a result of a lot of his work, and as a, you know, trying to be judicious a little bit, but you know, it's really him. Like, you don't have, what's Lil Baby Girl? I love her to death. I don't want to fuck her name up. Sayonara, right?
Oh yeah, Fly
Zai. She's dope. And her parents are cool as shit and dope as fuck.
Yeah.
There's really no Fly Zaya if there's no Dyson Alexander. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Yeah.
To that point, look at a lot of the artists that's been coming out of the DMV. They've gotten, you know, some notoriety here, even starting, you know, God bless the dead, Swipey was a young artist. Who can we reference? Probably, you know, Swipey, you know, obviously, you know, his career got cut a little short. Cats like Money Mar, you know, he's a young guy. Young Manny. Sandman. Them type of cats. You don't see those guys except for Swipey. But the Young Mannies, the Zans, you don't really see them unless you see a Dyson. That's just really what it is.
Yeah.
A lot of these artists start talking this wild, reckless shit on these records because they've been bamboozled to think that that's the only way to get on. You know what I'm saying? So, to your point, and to specifically answer the question, everybody ain't out here shooting up shit and backdooring people and jacking niggas and all that shit, and that's all you hear in the music. And you also got some niggas, cause you know I'm outside. Yeah. I'm an old nigga, but I'm outside. I'm every fucking where. It ain't nowhere I can't go.
Yeah,
I'm everywhere.
Yeah,
you got little niggas out here really doing shit just so they can go and fucking put it on the record. That's the dumbest shit I ever fucking heard. You got little niggas that will go and do some wild shit just to put that shit on the fucking record. Yeah. I'm somebody's father first and foremost. Yeah. I don't want to hear that bitch ass shit. Yeah. I don't want to hear none of that whole ass shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You backdooring, you doing this, you doing that. I don't want to hear nothing about that's the environment they come from. I don't want to hear none of that bitch ass shit. Everybody's got choices. We all got choices, man. It's that fucking simple. It's that simple.
Yeah. I want to thank you for saying that. That's a good clip right there. That's a good clip right there. You know, because, and I know how strongly you feel about.
And I'm sure it's a little bitch ass nigga that's going to see this interview and fuck that nigga. And they going to be in the comments, the old ass, it's up when I see that nigga. Yeah. Fuck you niggas. I don't like these little niggas keep talking about this shit because you destroying the fucking community, bruh. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm barely 50, nigga. I be 51. Yeah. My youngest is 22. Yeah. My oldest is damn near 30. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had 3 fucking sons, bruh. I didn't bring these niggas home from the hospital for some little bitch ass nigga to use the excuse that his mama or this or your daddy that. Nigga, everybody been through some shit. Everybody going through some shit. Everybody got something they done dealt with. It's a motherfucker that's got some shit worse than you, me, any of us in this fucking room. Yeah. That they made a conscious choice that they was going to take a certain direction to get out of that condition, and that choice was not going to involve harming anybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not putting all the violence, all the bullshit on the music. Completely. Completely. The music has an influence. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear what nobody got to say. The music has an influence on these little motherfuckers. Yeah. As a father, it's my job to have the prevailing influence over all of the nefarious influences. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So all that shit starts at home. All that shit starts at home. So if a motherfucker decide they want to have a kid, the first thing you need to do is when you send them little motherfuckers out the door every day, make sure you tell them, go out here, mind your business, don't be fucking with people. All that backdooring, all that violent shit, all that weird shit they talking about in these records, man, I don't want to hear none of that bitch ass shit. Yeah. Ain't nothing cute about it. Ain't nothing cool about it. You know what I'm saying? Little fucking girls out here doing weird shit. True fucking story. Me and this nigga coming out of, I don't know if we was coming out of Alice. We coming out of Alice on U Street a few months ago. It's me and this nigga. So we, you know, because we moving around and shit. Get to the fucking corner. I ain't gonna tell niggas which corner, but we at this corner. Famous corner in the city. It's like 7, 8 motherfuckers at the car. They was at his car. So he had a, he had a little blue Beamer at the time, and I fucked his car. I crashed his car at the studio. My bad. So if y'all see a leak, somebody at the studio leaked that shit. I don't think Jake will let that happen. Shout out Jake Vicious, Jake and Farron, love y'all. I figured let me get that shit out there because somebody's gonna leak that bitch ass shit. Yes, I accidentally crashed a nigga's car. He was in the stew. I was making a run, came back, and I misjudged some shit. Fucked his car. Anyway. We get to his car coming out of Alice. It's like 7, 8 motherfuckers, and it's dudes and females.
Wow.
I ain't never been so motherfucking mad. And the fact that it was girls there. Who the fuck is raising these little motherfuckers that you even got girls? And it ain't like girls ain't never did no crime or no bullshit, but like, at the rate that we see it now, the girls are just as bad as these dusty ass little dirty niggas, bro. Yeah. It's crazy. They was trying to break in this nigga's car. Nigga was right at the window or some shit. God. Right at the window.
Stay away from you bitches, man.
Wow.
The only reason they left, it was funny, cause as we approaching it, he was like, damn. I was like, we had to think fast and act slow.
Think fast, act slow, okay?
We had to do one of these.
Yeah.
Should have blew their ass up.
I said something, and when they looked,
they just ran.
They left. They ran.
Yeah.
And I think I was more upset that it was girls there doing it too. It was like 3 girls, like 5 dudes, like 3 girls.
Oh, yeah, this time of night, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to be trying to get you some dick or something, bitch. You trying to break in my car, I'd probably break you off. You with me?
Bruh, I ain't never been so mad. I ain't never been so fucking upset. And it took everything in me not to put an extra hole in their ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we got bigger picture shit going on. You know what I'm saying? My thought was hopefully that experience for that specific group of young people in that moment, I prayed and still pray that experience of us happening to catch them in the act and being in a position to tear their ass up. I hope that sparks something in them to say, you know what, this shit ain't even cool. We could have really got fucked up.
Yeah, man.
Because they could have got fucked up.
That's crazy. I want to thank you for touching on that whole violence in music, because that's so key, man. And when I think about
it's not a popular subject.
Yeah,
and motherfuckers will not. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro, but it's not a popular subject because there's so many of us in these music spaces, whether it's DJs, whether it's promoters, whether it's A&Rs. Niggas be scared to like speak on that shit. But most of the motherfuckers that scared to speak on it, they won't speak on it because they, you know, it could either fuck up their bag or they just don't want to look like hypocrites. Yeah. I know some motherfuckers personally that feel exactly like I feel, that are parents that are in this business. Yeah. But, you know, niggas ain't really going, I don't give a fuck. Fuck these people. Yeah. I'm going to speak on whatever the fuck I want to speak on.
I like that. Keep it real.
Because I ain't lying. If I'm lying, shut me the fuck up. I'm not lying.
Hey, I want to ask you, Dyson, because we're going to look back on this 5 years from now. So I want to ask you, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Jeez. Jeez. 5 years.
Yes.
5 years.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself? What's your vision for yourself?
Whew, man. That is such a broad and depth question. In 5 years, I see myself in the midst of a crazy run.
Of a crazy what?
Crazy run.
Crazy run, okay.
A crazy run. Sheesh, 5 years. And now that you asked me that, I'm gonna plan that far ahead. I probably plan like 3 years.
Yeah.
But yeah. Ain't no telling where I'll be in 5 years, but in 5 years I'll probably be, you know, riding horses.
Yeah.
On a ranch somewhere, you feel me?
Okay. Okay, because
Family.
we're gonna save this. We're gonna play this 5 years from now. I'm gonna check back in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Pops, you know, I like what you're doing. And
he'll be somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, of course.
Getting on my nerves, and you feel me?
Of course.
Getting my ass. Why you ain't there? I'm like, nigga, I'm good.
Of course. I want to know. I admire, and I always talk about you guys' relationship. Like, you know, you always say you're a dad first. How do you make sure that he stays grounded? Like, when it comes to the manager thing.
Just stay in his ass.
Yes.
I'm daddy. I'm not really a manager per se. And I get it because I'm the father that's helping him with his business.
Yes.
To a large extent. But really, I'm not his manager. I'm his motherfucking daddy.
Yeah.
At all times.
Yeah,
and everything I do, like anybody that come around, if it's some, just don't bring no bullshit around.
Yeah.
This my motherfucking son.
Yeah.
Point blank. And there's 2 more of them. Just don't fuck with him. Yeah. And we gonna be straight. Yeah. If you doing anything to impede on what the fuck he doing, I'm gonna have a fucking problem.
Yes. I celebrate you. I celebrate you being a dad, you know, holding it down.
Cheers, man.
And yes. Cheers to that. Cheers to fatherhood. Cheers to fatherhood.
I won't see it no time soon, but yeah.
And here's the thing. I want you to close out with this. Me and you go back and forth about black people living in a predominantly white space, you know? And we talk on and on about how we need to move, what we need to do as a people.
Racism will stop when niggas start talking to white people the way they talk to each other. Especially in corporate spaces.
Okay.
So, normally I wouldn't bring up no social media shit, but Van Lathan, check out his latest Instagram post.
Okay.
Check out his latest Instagram post.
Yeah.
And you will see a non-melanated person getting into a melanated dialogue, telling a melanated person, not sure where you're going with this, but it's not a good look.
I want you to close us out with, what would you say to us, final notes as a people, and your observations? Speak from different perspectives, both as a music executive, both as a father, as a black person. When you look at us as a community, what is one thing that you want to say to us that we should be doing, right, to move forward? And, a word of advice for the community.
We got to tighten the fuck up and hold people accountable at all times. Point blank. That's how I raised my sons. That's how I raised all of them. I'm not really a tyrant as a father.
Yeah.
I've always raised them to have their own thoughts, their own opinions. Make sure before you speak on some shit that you really like, then your due diligence. Know the fuck you talking about. Yeah. Also, as a father, if I'm wrong, you have every fucking right to correct me if need be.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because, as a people, we come from the whole do as I say, not as I do. You don't tell me that. I'm your father, blah, blah, all that shit. I'm wrong sometimes. Yeah. I'm wrong a lot of times. Yeah. Tell me when I'm wrong. Okay. I ain't mad at it. I can actually take it. I'm glad to take it because I'm always trying to be my best self. Yeah. Because I got to get that shit back to them niggas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we have very open, pointed dialogue. It don't get, crazy, but our crazy ain't everybody else crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We good. I just think as a people, we got to tighten up. We got to stop fucking making excuses when people be on bullshit. Yeah. We got to call out bullshit when we see it each and every single fucking time so that it stops. We got to get family. We got to get family to understand that just because you're family don't mean that somebody got to put up with your bullshit. You got to tighten the fuck up. So that it don't cost, because you got motherfuckers out here to do all type of weird, wrongful shit, right? And just because you family or a friend, you supposed to come to their fucking rescue when they know they did some of the wildest shit ever. No, the fuck I'm not, bitch. You gonna eat that. You gonna wallow in that misery that you created for your motherfucking self. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yes, don't call me when you fuck up, because guess what? When I fuck up, I don't call no motherfucking body. Different strokes for different folks. If anybody say it's corny, that old nigga, fuck that old nigga. Fuck you niggas. That's just really what it is. Hey, I'm accountable. I'm accountable to myself first and foremost.
I like that. Is he a cool dad? He's a cool pops?
Yeah, he cool. Yeah.
You like having him around like in your business and everything?
Yeah, he cool as shit.
That was cool. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. It's always love.
Thank you for having us, bro. The Arbor Mist brought back memories.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Shout out to his mama.
Yes.
My wife.
Yes. Shout out to moms. But thank you guys so much for locking in with that.
Because she used to lock this shit too. She used to like Arbor Mist.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The Zinfandel.
Yes. Yes, that one. Yeah, right. That's good. I love it. What I used to.
His mama was a
Zinfandel
head back in the day.
Yeah.
Almost 30 years ago.
Yeah. But
25th anniversary this year.
Of you guys married?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Congrats.
And this nigga, he really, and I really was proud, he really always used to, like, every relationships go through their shit, had issues or what have you. But for the most part, that shit cool. And he really always wanted to kind of have that.
Yeah.
Which I thought was dope about the show. However, to that point, he been out here moving around as a young nigga, and he see, you know, some of these motherfucking females ain't on shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's
like, you know, I was running into all types of girls, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like, so you talking about, I do real estate, like, you know what I'm saying? The average Joe, you know, round the way is like, what you do? Oh, you know,
backdoor.
I work at Hooters, or I'm
backdoor. That's
Hey,
what they doing.
I hope you find the right one on the show.
Stay tuned.
Hard to choose.
Stay
I need to
tuned.
watch it, subscribe,
Exactly.
and the EP coming at the end of August, around that time,
End
right?
of August.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
It's gonna go crazy.
guys, stay tuned, stay locked in, and once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are going to see you on the next episode of.
Thank you for having us, bro.
Yes,
you got
sir.
a phenomenal
High
fucking team.
vibrations only. Yes, sir. So, you know, like I always say, vibe high, live better. Peace.